She looks just like her. She looks just like Celia. They all look just like Celia. The long dark hair, the bright happy eyes framed in spectacles, so pretty. They're all the same. The pretty girls. Telling pretty little lies through their pretty little mouths, just like Celia. I was 15 when we first dissected fetal pigs in science class. I remember reading somewhere that pig flesh reacts the most like a human's. I marveled at how the skin peeled apart for me under my scalpel like a silent zipper, revealing the pretty piggy insides, telling me their truths. I saved a few of the bones. I took them home and boiled the meat off them and saved them in a cedar box I'd been keeping tucked behind my bedpost. Mr. Artrip seemed disturbed at my insistence for another class dissection. I eventually stopped asking and just began collecting roadkill. Squirrels and rabbits mostly. Sometimes a raccoon. Once I even found a small dog, but most of his insides were already on the outside, his truth spilled carelessly all over the pavement. But I took them all home. One by one, I examined the pretty organs telling me their secrets, and I wanted so badly to preserve those truths. I suppose this could have led to a more socially acceptable pastime like taxidermy or biology, but it didn't. It led to people. It led to Celia. I knew she was keeping something from me. I knew that she was keeping something on the inside, and it drove me mad not knowing. The not knowing turned to wanting, turned to craving, turned to thirst, turned to hunger, turned to my hands tight around her throat, squeezing the truth from her. Tears welled up thick and heavy, snot and saliva spewed helplessly from her face. Every gurgle and choke made me feel more and more alive, and she never looked more beautiful than when she struggled. They all struggled to no end. It's an exercise in futility. I find it insulting, really. Still, they all eventually acquiesce, just like Celia. Once her pupils dilated, I unzipped her chest so I can see what she was keeping from me, and there it was. There, all for me, like a prize I'd worked so hard for. Her lungs were gorgeous. Pink and young. I imagined how many times she must have filled them with the breaths of her deceit, her belly still filled with every morsel of pride she'd ever forced herself to swallow. I found my trust buried and jaundiced in her liver. On her heart there was a name, and it was not my own, and still her insides looked so pretty. Bloody and real and moist and honest, and so pretty. Celia was the first. They say you never forget your first, and I've lost track how many there have been since her, and I'm beginning to run out of room in the crawl space to hide my truth in. But she looks just like her. She looks just like Celia. And I'm curious what she might look like on the inside.